Oh, what's going on? Another one today. Back on Dayz. Gonna yeah, today we're gonna be doing a little loot running. I think we'll be running over to the racetrack that way. Yeah. Getting some money. We almost have enough. I think we're getting pretty close to a car. We need a couple million. Yeah, I hope y'all have it. No lie. Yeah, fuck yes. I was on the bike and I was like driving away from Wish.
Right.
Couldn't get on the bike, obviously. A one person but he thought it was two, so he like kept thinking he was missing the spot to get on. Just so fucking, and I like kept letting him get close.
I've literally got so much stuff to sell at the fucking black market. You know what I mean? Like I'm on 6 338 tappers now, multiple mags for 2 of them. I found an Antio mag, which is one of the 20 mil guns. You know.
And 338s you
The 338.
Oh, you can't.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Attachment.
It's just the all the attachments. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I can sell the mags. That's absolutely right. Yeah, the mags and the I don't actually any attachment that come with them, but in terms
yeah, I
of
have
the
a
guns
fuck
themselves.
ton of 338, but
Yeah, I do think the value of them's doubled in terms of selling them, but again, you know, I think when there's this many people on the server, there'll be multiple different groups camping the fucking black market. Who cares? Who cares? You know, a couple of people.
true. That was a good one last night. I think I walked away with around 500k.
Yeah, I need to figure out what the difference is. I mean, obviously, I know I'm spending a bit for myself, do not get me wrong. But I need to figure out what the difference is in terms of, you know, like, because I'm usually coming out with maybe...
Don't compare yourself to me, man. Different. Can't do that shit. Just gotta do what your best or your best.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. It's just sometimes you sit there thinking like, obviously, if
that's how you get 700.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Just trying to be my last one. But yesterday, I did fucking get full to where I couldn't pick up shit. And I just kind of sat back and looked out item.
Yeah. I think, I don't get me wrong, I always pick up the guns that are there, you know, etc. And obviously I get that, you know, a lot of these guns you'll find in the tunnel, for instance, you won't be able to sell the trader, but I think sometimes you just got to be a bit lucky with the amount of guns you find which have attachments on them, or weapon attachments, because I mean, you know, I've literally probably got, let's say, 15 weapon attachments that I want to sell on me at the moment, and then probably about half a dozen that I want to keep. In case we get any, you know, like I've got one of them plasma mags, you know, for the plasma guns. Not just, I've also got an ammo box for it as well. We need to find a gun.
Plasma.
very, very in-game one. Yeah, that'll be like the fucking Snow Owl and the what's it called? The Snow Owl and the JMC Optic had it. So I'm imagining it'll be like a Gauss rifle, which would be absolutely ludicrous, no blip drop. You know,
It is.
truly a tapper. You know what I mean? That is a real tapper. That one, fucking yeah. Oh come on! I just literally
Damn,
head.
dude.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Go on.
No, I'm a bit lagged. I was about to say.
Well, that's what happened. I headshot a zombie, right? But it didn't register the headshot until about 2 seconds later, at which point he screamed and dragged the more over to me, and I'm like, oh, come on. You know what I mean? It's like, I did everything right there, and the game fucked me. Unless I've gone blind, his body fell through the ground. Oh, he had a tail backpack on him as well, typically.
You should mark that one spot out, because every time we go there, it was fucking.
I actually got hit by a bear, again, very close range, no noise, no nothing, until literally I was about 10 meters away from him on the way back, and it was again, I'll mark kind of like where it was like here. Bear here, called it. So it kind of like slightly northwest of the safe zone. But again, you know, obviously more stuff to sell, wasn't it? I mean, selling a bear now in terms of the 2 pelts and the head is basically 100k. Fantastic. Couple of bits I can drop. I've got like a honey pot I can drop and some pouches and pizza that I can drop way out of it. So now I'd linger at the north end of it now for a few minutes, so then I can go back into loot it again. Northeast again for it, or you just following
East.
East, fair enough.
Or is it? See.
No.
Fucker. Oh yeah, I got something called Flux, which is a consumable for use on the workbench. I'm not sure whether that's for the DNA one or if it's for the 3D printer. I've not seen it before this wipe anyway, actually. So whether that's just, you know, related or whether that actually means it is something new. Like the Anzio mag, you know, the one that has 3 rounds of 20mm, the biggest caliber, is 2x3 in size. It's fucking enormous. 3 rounds in it, but it's fucking. Yeah, I think I have a ant.
Nice. Well,
If you see an Anzio pop up in the top right, let me know.
Yes. I'll have to say, if I see any of those really ridiculous guns, I'll probably try to buy them for us. I want to get a decent surplus now of, putting like 75% into the account, keeping 25 now, but that 25% growing all the time, so when there's a really good gun, I can get it. And at the same time, when it's like a really ridiculous bargain, like, I saw with like 3 attachments or 4 attachments for 10k. I mean, like, if you wanted one now, you could go over there, and there should still be 2 more. You know what I mean? There for which are 10k, and you've got a choice of Paragon one or the Snafu one. So
Yeah, true. I wish.
yeah, I'm just surprised though, and I don't want to jinx it because I think it's great. Is that a player? I was literally. No, it's a zombie, ignore me. I was about to say that I can't believe we're not bumped into anyone inside the tunnel yet. And really, the only times we've been through the tunnel and there's not been much loot, and we've already looted it, and we're just running back through it again. You know what I mean? We've been pretty damn lucky with that. Yeah, there's a good second of input delay at the moment. Or hit detection.
Yeah.
Understandable though when there's 100 people online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very understandable. Yeah, I dare say I'm quite impressed by that touchwood, of course, how well it's running, despite the fact it's 100.
I was looking at their other servers. All their PvE ones are fucking crazy populated, but their PvP ones are quite the opposite.
Yeah, and the admins get quite snotty. I saw a conversation once where someone said, make raidable bases on PvE, and the mod went, we have a PvP server for exactly that, and the guy was like, there's only 9 players on PvP, so do it on this one instead. Yeah, and he was like, that's because all the PvP players who want to raid bases are asking for it to be run PvE rather than playing the PvP server. But it shows done.
Oh shit! I did not see that response. That's fucking.
Oh yeah. He said
the
yeah.
Get back. That's
because
hilarious.
that's because all the wannabe raiders. Yeah, it's something like that's because all the wannabe raiders who like enjoy PvP are playing on the PvE
They're on
server rather
PvE
than
right
playing
now
on
or
PvP.
something.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that was a nice.
Yeah.
They still will.
We literally have a PvP server.
Back. I did see that combo, but I didn't see that last comeback part. That's fucking.
Yeah, I was like, the guy didn't respond after that. I was like, fucking hell. Like, zero fucking chill there. Went straight for the fucking
yeah.
Cut his fucking head off. Who cares? Fucking
Zero chill.
Slapped him in the face. It is true though, I think a lot of players who want to do raiding certainly don't want to do fucking 24/7 base defense or even have to deal with that, because realistically no one can do that. It's fucking exhausting, isn't it? It's fucking exhausting doing like when not.
Unless it was us.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously,
we could do that.
We've had some good times with the base. What do you call it? With base defense, but I think at the same time, it's it always seems to happen just when I'm going to fucking bed, and I'm like, oh for fuck's sake! Could they not come 2 hours ago and we could have, finished it off?
Oh my god, dude! I feel like I use personal so that shit.
Yeah. So I remember, what was it? It was about 2 weeks into playing on the console server. Just started over a year ago now, and it was the first purge. I didn't have a base radar, and I'm sat there thinking, right, well, I've obviously grinded quite a lot, as you'd expect. I wanted to at least defend it if I could, bearing in mind the different time zones. And I'd done a fucking long stint on it, you know what I mean? Not had any drama. It got to about 2:30 in the morning. I could hardly keep my eyes open, and I was like, right, I'm calling it. I'm going to bed now. If anything happens, you know, it happens. End of story. And then I fucking heard Undead Preacher, his wife, and then what's he called? Paul Kearney,
Kearney,
and
his
wife. All four of them. Obviously, two of them talking shit to me, trying to get me to peek, and then two of them trying to snipe to get me. And obviously, they weren't trying to raid. They were just basically just doing PvP, just to make it interesting, and whatnot. And oh my god. Yeah, and I have to say, you know, I went from being so tired to being like wired. I enjoyed that so much, and it was so intense, and it was so, you know, like trying to find two people. I got Paul Kearney with a grenade, whilst two of them were shooting at me, which I was dead happy with. But yeah, it wired me. I was completely wired then, and I just went the rest of the night. Then I was just literally sat there like, well, I can't get back to sleep now. I've got that adrenaline coursing through my veins. So
yeah, what if they come back, like type shit?
Yeah.
Blue God Cannabis gas station, like you know, checkout area.
Yeah. Okay.
I honestly, I don't know. I have mixed reviews about them because APS.
An APS pistol? What's
Yeah.
that? An APS.
P80 auto.
380.
Oh, it is full auto. What the fuck?
Oh, so it's like a machine pistol.
Automatic pistol. This automatic pistol, APS, is designed to arm officers directly involved in combat operations as well as soldiers and NCOs.
Oh, okay. So it's a sidearm, but it's
Some special unit.
What a sidearm! Yeah.
NCOs? That you know what that is?
Non-commissioned officers. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I was trying to remember what this means. I think it's the ones that can't go higher than a particular like rank. You know, like maybe like.
Is that the dude who killed you? Or was that he either killed you or me? Yeah? Angie.
It was Quim. It always makes me laugh the name. It was Quim Kardashian who killed me.
Angie.
Kardashian. Fucking name. I'll never complain about being killed when it's such a funny fucking name. Jesus.
God damn. I want this one.
Yeah. I've got I've had 4 wolves on. I've got a lovely amount of guts and all the other bits that come with it.
Yeah, I didn't really mind them too much out of all of the other factions. When they were running hard, but they kind of just wimped out. You know, they just got.
Well, it was the thing, wasn't it? Like Paul Kearney, he was the guy who I bumped into when I was first going to the oil rig, and I saw him travelling back, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay." You know, he's on his way back. He didn't want to cause any trouble, so I logged out, and then he messaged me because it was only of like 2 other people online at the time, and he said, "Were you at there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he logged me back in, and he dropped everything he just took from there. He told me exactly what you found there, and he told me, you know, like where to find it. Like you go in that armor barracks, you'll find 3 40 mil. 2 will be on the ground floor, 1 will be on the top floor, etc. Like that. He gave me the full fucking rundown. He was absolutely sound. And as I say, it was literally about 3 weeks before that big raid you had one at the base where Holy Spirit logged in, etc. Where what's he called, Undead had asked me to join the faction, and I said I didn't want to join the faction. I just wanted to stay, obviously stay a white flag. And then it was, I think about 10 days before it maybe, where Paul Kearney messaged and said like, I really want you to join the faction. And I'm like, I appreciate it, really appreciate it. But as I say, I think at the moment, you know, I just want to stay a white flag. As I said, I think, as I said to him, like the only situation.
And then you join our.
I did, yes, and that was one of the things that when Gravy was trying to obviously, to encourage me to do it, and I was like, I don't like being told what I do. I don't like logging in and having to do something that, you know, and all that's, you know, that, you know, I like, you know, end of the day, it's like, if I do stuff for myself, then if I don't do it for myself, then there's no one else to blame or get frustrated about
Kind
it.
of joined in and started telling others what to do. Took your own spot in the faction.
Yeah, I know, yeah, didn't I?
Sit down, shut up, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It's that's a good minute. Oh man. But yeah, no, it's been bloody good fun being in the faction. As I say, it's one of them things you don't sometimes realise how.
Best faction ever on Dayz, man. If you don't want to play Dayz, you don't even have to.
Yeah, and well, this is the thing. So I said to me, it's like, you know, if I want to do something and someone's like, nah, you know, we need to do this instead of do this, obviously I'll help, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, there's only going to be so many times where I end up having to do stuff for the group before I'll be like, nah, I just want to do stuff for myself, you know, I want to do, you know, do you know what I was like with me alts? It was like a finely oiled machine where I was switching between
You
like
have
5 or
your
6
own
alts.
faction.
Well, pretty much, yeah, because it's like, you know, log in at the medical, right, I've got the medical stuff, right, okay, now log in at the Northwest Airfield crates, get stuff from there, okay, right, now log in to another vault near the, you know, near some other military or something like that, get some stuff from there, then do, oh, you know, it worked really well because I spent probably just as much time switching accounts as I did actually looting, but I was just hitting the places I needed to loot without actually having to run between them. So I could get all the stuff I potentially needed, or at least stockpile that stuff, without having to spend time running between them. And then I just have a day or an afternoon where I start running them back to base. Or like, you know, like dropping a bag full of stuff in one place for the one that's close to pick up and then take back, you know, that type of thing. So I'm not like running them all back to base and all that. I mean, like, it even got to the point where I had one that went into the Northwest Airfield crates. I had one that would take the stuff from the Northwest Airfield crates to the trader, even though it was literally like a kilometre. And then I had one at the trader who would take any of the stuff that I didn't want to put in to sell at the trader. I wanted to take back to base, and that one would take it back to base. And it sounds like so like over the top OCD, but it just worked really well because I knew what, you know, I knew like if I logged in with one particular character, I knew that that's what, you know, what I was going to be doing with that character.
Good.
Yeah. And obviously they'd have a loadout that, you know, kind of corresponded to what they were doing as well. So, you know, whether it be, you know, assault vest and book pack, or, you know, 2 field backpacks, or a PvP loadout, etc.
Good old Xbox.
Yeah.
Dayz.
Well, yeah, as I say, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there is, you know, if we could have alts, which I know why we can't. You know, don't get me wrong, I completely know why we can't here, but I would love to have one literally sat here at the, you know, at the tunnel. You know what I mean? I'd have one at the trader. You know, it would be, there'd be so many, and they'd all be in the faction. So you know what I mean? I could just literally like send money across from one to the other and all that. Like my main character would literally just be sat at the trader, not, you know, logged out, and then I'd only log him in when I needed to send money to one of the other accounts to buy something. You know what I mean? I've one at the North Trader, one at the South Trader. There's so many ways you could like make it efficient. But at the same time, I appreciate that it's a bit unfair. Because I mean, I literally would have as many outs as I could at base, you know, ready for base defense, and it'd be like fucking whack-a-mole until either I got bored or got run out of alts, because could go on for a while potentially.
Just
Yeah. Admittedly, though, as I say, if you know, to have an alt on here, I'd have to buy the game again, wouldn't I?
you have to
I'd
pay.
have to buy the game. Yeah, I'd have to pay. Yeah. And I'd be like, wait a minute, hey, paying for fucking Dayz, giving them more fucking. I'll be buying it on CD keys to tell you that much. Yeah. I'm just gonna do one more run now through the thing, and I should be hopefully very, very, very full.
Put on this. Not getting much zombies. This is.
Yeah, the think, as I say, because of the ambient system where it's like we'll spawn zombies in this round place rather than them always being spawned in specific spots, you know, like the airfield, for instance, you know, that sort of stuff. It does mean that I think when more players are on, sometimes you're like, wait a minute, there's only like a few zombies. Like, there's only literally 5 zombies outside at the moment, at the south end of the tunnel, when there's normally, what would you say, 20 maybe? I'm not complaining because it's handy. I can chill outside of the south end and let stuff respawn without having to spend loads of ammo. So yeah, it's.
Ooh.
I keep seeing people kill with that gun. It's an AR-15 now, isn't it? So surely we're talking, you know, assault rifle caliber here, you know, 5.56 or something like that. I suppose if it's an AR-15, it's probably going to be like an M4 and have 900 RPM fire rate, which is obviously. Oh, that's a nice fucking gun, right? Oh, it's 300. Bloody hell, on fuck's sake. Got excited, then.
Oh. Oh.
I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tappers on me at the moment. All 338 unfortunately, but I mean obviously, you know, that's the ones we can find, that's the ones we get, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. And again, to be fair, I got 5 of them in my first run through it. What, you know, what was it, half an hour or so ago? Fucking believe it. Yeah, sharpening stone.
I seen that dude make a crazy ass cabin play, but I don't know.
I've been playing, so.
Need a play on a guy where he like jumped on top of the cabin.
Oh
I
man,
can't get
okay.
it. It was crazy, bro.
Right. I like it when people think outside the box like that. You know, like there's so
That's
many
why I
angles
fuck
you
with him.
expect
He's
people
like,
to be. Yeah. So which player is that for reference? Which one is that? Is that an IA2? Is that another 5.56 or 308 or something?
Greg Dempsey.
Oh, Frank Dempsey, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you're one of them ones that you seem to always like learn new strats off into the same way. I suppose I can cook as well.
Bro, I learned
It's quite
so
similar in
much.
that regard. Like, I bet we're watching him in A2 in the mouth, and like 2 guys on the floor above, and they were covering the ladder. One was covering the ladder, and one was covering like the stairs. I think they went up there, and he was umming and ahhing about how he was going to get up there. He tried chucking some nades over it, having a look. And he just went, right, if I stand on this railing now, and then I jump up, I'll be able to jump up onto the balcony there. It should be a blind spot if they are looking at the both places they should be. And then I can, you know, then I can get an angle on one of them. And he jumped, but you know when you sit there thinking, there's no way you could do that jump. Absolutely no way you could do that jump on that level. And it worked. And it didn't do it first time, admittedly. I think it was like second or third time we did it over the course of about, say, 5 minutes, but they didn't know what he was doing. They couldn't figure out what he was trying to do.
Like, why is this jump?
Yeah, and then as I say, when he finally did it the 3rd time, he got up there, but they finally cottoned on to it, and as I say, one of them just shot him dead, and then it was like, fuck's sake, damn it, if it only worked first time, then, you know. But I sat there thinking, like, I wouldn't have even known that was even possible to do that, who cares?
Christian got killed.
Yeah. That's in the majority of people are going to be aiming at head height or chest height, aren't they? At the most likely angle you're going to come around. And obviously that's why in COD, you know, like that, how many movement, you know, people can fucking, you know, they might be sliding past and push over aiming at chest height or head height, and you've got to fucking readjust, and they can spray you in the meantime.
I seen a post, Dayz group.
Yeah.
And they were talking. Some dude was talking about that Omni movement to Dayz, and the dudes were crying.
Yeah.
Everybody was crying.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cool. Once you get it down, it's fucking useful.
Yeah, and I think it's just thing you've got to be constantly, you know, playing it to keep that kind of muscle memory, if you want to call it, you know, and obviously, you know, and you know, reflexes when you're doing it. Yeah, because like as I say, I was watching the Optic match, which from yesterday, and like they were much better this time, and like Fred was just massacring people. He was just running around every map, just fucking, getting the kills whilst the team were calling out where they were, etc. It was like, yeah, that guy's getting back in the swing of things. Like, he'd been the best player for them in the previous matches that they'd all beat. They'd lost 3-0 each of them. But yeah, he looked very fucking good. It was actually Shotsy who had a fucking mare, like in this, in the S&D first map, he had 1 kill and 9 deaths. And he was just literally sat there. Yeah, Shotsy was just like sat there, you know, and you just sit there and you're thinking like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what's going on here. And as I say, Kenny was pissing himself at it, which I thought was a bit ironic, considering Kenny's been absolutely diabolical so far this tournament. But yeah, it's what happens to the best of them. If it can happen to Shotsy, it can happen to anyone. Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
What did you find from the train crash? Anything?
Train crash. And I think what blade we got from it. It was military, wasn't it? I think I got. Was it a thumper? No, I bought the thumper back from. Did I find a thumper? No, the thumper. Yeah, I got a thumper from the tunnel. I honestly can't remember what I got from the train crash. In terms of the specifics, I'm pretty sure I got some weapon attachments. I don't think I got any high tigs. I think I got like an A-gram and like an M4, you know, or like 300 blackout style gun. But I can't remember the. Can you remember what gear you got from it yourself? Or?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Okay.
Very good.
I just found a vanilla plate carrier. Actually, you know what I do want? Saying that though, there's no modded plate carriers that actually take the holster, is there? I've not seen anything that actually you can attach the holster to, other than obviously the vanilla stuff. Right. I am just going to start making my way back. I've still got a tiny bit of space of some more wool pelts or whatnot. Some of the batteries run out, typical. I think the place I found the best loot so far has been those military containers on the train tracks, because that's where I found the 4x Shy-Tac gun, when it was only supposed to be, you know, 338 and lower calibers that were found on, you know, on ground. And so I don't know if that's like a higher tier or a custom tier, or whether it was just a very low chance of getting a 408, and I've just got very lucky that time. But yeah, that's the place I want to try and hit as much as possible, because that's the only place so far I've seen being able to get those absolutely top tier guns. I I'm sure though, if I keep doing the day one rewards, I'll eventually get some spare AX50s. I just want to get some of the power going.
Bro, he just got
Oh,
fucking
man.
2-piece.
That literally
At
sounds
a
like they were
different
next to each other. They were, what's the word
Different
for it?
client.
Oh god, different. Oh my god. Maybe they were running together. Oh,
He just got.
oh.
What
No,
the-
that's cheating. Nah, man. No, he just killed 6 people in the space of 20 seconds. He's going to get banned for cheating. No, that's fucking impossible. Rage cheating. Saying that though, if that's
Who
actually,
was that?
oh god, I can't remember the fucking name. Sorry. If that's legit and he posts a video of that, that'll be one of the all-time fucking plays. Yeah, I mean so many. You see, don't you? People having magic bullet and all that, etc.
Dude, stay safe right now because he might be fucking. I don't know where the fuck he would be at, but.
Well, actually, that's a really good point because the first 2 kills were like 334. Pangs coming, oh hell no, yeah.
I was in PvP. Careful, careful.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going straight to the tunnel.
He just killed Toxic Rusty again by the look of it. I mean, 296 meters of a PKP. Semi-auto? Maybe? But with the armor on this server? Unless it's a fresh one.
Get in the cave or go somewhere next to a fucking house.
Yeah, I'm hiding inside a train car inside halfway down the tunnel at the moment.
I'm not saying, don't say nothing, cause he'll fuck.
Yeah. Well, this is the
Kinda.
thing, if you're using one cheat, you're going to be using
One
other cheats.
time my metal is off.
Oh, that's a very good fucking point, actually. Medals on. Got there's some sort of announcement. Oh no, it's updates from the server. We are disabling the purchase of pre-built houses due to an issue where they cannot be dismantled. That's why you test your mods before you implement them on the test server that you say you spend so much time on. Hey, I don't know. To be fair though, again, if I'd, if you purchased a mod or started using a mod, the idea that it wouldn't actually allow you to dismantle, I think, you won't believe it if someone told you, like, nah, of course it wouldn't allow you to dismantle. Why would they release a mod where you can't dismantle something you've built?
Waiting.
Oh, so is it Looper, sorry. So Looper is not
Lapua
50 else.
and 50k. Both of them.
And he's gone. Well, that could just be them logging off though, isn't it? You never know, do you? I mean, I'd hope that... The thing is though, you've seen some people get like 3 or 4 kills within 5 seconds. In fact, actually, no, the last one who did that got banned. It was Matter. Remember that? He got banned as well. It is possible to get a few kills within a short period of time, isn't it? But 50 kills still on the server, and Lapua is still on as well. If it was those two. Control an F11 to record in Steam.
Like, dude, come on.
Oh god, man, I fucking love it.
I'm surprised he didn't say to this dude, press F11 and left click.
Yeah, oh man. I don't know why why Sason says Andy's gone, because they're still both on the server right now. Yeah, I really hope if any of them are online at the moment, it's kind of a, well, yeah, no one gets 6 kills within 2 fucking, you know, within 10 fucking seconds. Especially with 2 different guns, you know what I mean? That, I mean, let's be frank, using an LMG on the Civic, even a PKP, it is physically impossible to kill. The only way you could kill 3 people within about 3-4 seconds is if they all
I
had
might
no
be
armor on
PvPing,
whatsoever.
dude.
If they
I
have
was
any
trying to
level of
fucking get
armor
some
on,
fucking loot.
you'll be sat there for fucking 10
And
seconds
the dude
shooting
just
them,
got like a
and they'll still one
fucking
of them and they'll still be up. Who cares? You know, 3 of
10
them.
kills in like
Let's have a
5
look now.
seconds.
As you say, I don't
Someone,
particularly want to
the
run outside
chat
in case they've
all
got
lit up.
ESP
It
and
was
they just
fucking crazy.
magic bullet, you know, using magic bullets
What's
and
up,
all that
player?
sort of stuff. Where's the band thing now? I can't fucking find it. Well,
AX50 and Scar 308. Fucking dirty. 300. Oh no,
so a guy
220
called
slot backpack.
Six has just been permanently banned 4 minutes ago for being a cheater. I'm not sure if that is the name, you know, like the, or 50 Cal's just been permanently banned for cheating, so I assume that the other one's going to be. So I assume either Six is Lapua or Lapua is going to be banned in a second, and then we can.
That dude hit the F11.
Fucking yeah.
Server's pretty fucking sick. Super fucking modded.
It's very comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
But it has less mods than most normal servers, so it runs a lot better.
I haven't seen any of the admins online either, so clearly they've got some sort of like alert thing that says this person just got 5 kills and whatnot.
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh. So the dude lost to 556 and then rage hack. That's great community work, guys.
Now Lapua is still online though. That's my concern. Saying that though.
Only one person said
yeah, only one person said it was that person wants it, yeah. I actually think it's safe to go back outside, I think.
I'm out running.
Yeah, no.
That is crazy. That was like 7 people popping up in a span of
not even John Wick could have done that.
30 seconds probably. That was insane.
Yeah.
He said he saw him running fucking right at him. Fucking.
Oh, it was, oh god, right, so we just went full. Yeah, so we didn't even like just use one thing, he probably had everything fucking.
That would have been fucking insane.
Yeah.
If he would have got or done that to me. I was just sitting in a.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you know, like if me, you and Wish had running back then, we would put them out of loot and that shit happened, you know what I mean? It'd be annoying, wouldn't it? I'm making my run for freedom.
Run out and I haven't
Get over the river now, so
touched a controller in a long time. So this new one in next month or so. Oh, the PC? Fuck yeah, dude. It's fun. It's a lot it's actually a really lot of fun.
The other people in that person's group have been banned for Cheater Association. I've just seen it in the Wall of Shame channel.
Damn.
more
Yeah,
maps, the
we've been
routes all the way
playing a
out,
lot of
15.
search lately. We fucking, it's crazy tough though. Some of the people that we play are just, it was like the last 2 weeks we were getting fucked up. Like we probably got like a handful of wins and just so many fucking losses. There's so many matches going 5 to 6.
2 backpacks
It was annoying.
full of meat tomorrow to make probably like one
Bro,
backpack,
wait,
if not
just
just over, of sausages. So yeah, that should be probably like,
didn't spawn now.
what would it be now? Maybe 400k, maybe more. I'll do that at some point tomorrow, and then more money.
Yeah, but their journal server is 94 out of 100 as well. That's fucking crazy.
94 out. Oh god, yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, when you will always bring things back. Some players back once. You know, I think anyone who started a few days late would have missed all that fun and games of things changing back and forth, etc., won't they?
Yeah. AXMC, that's the one you said you had?
Also, no, it's an MCX, a Mike Charlie X-ray. It's the fully auto 338 assault rifle, but it does only has 15 round mags. I've got another group of wolves on me as well. They are to my north. Wait a minute. I'm running south, aren't they? Yeah, so they're hopefully on the other side of the river. No, they're not. I can see them. Fuck. Oh.
I had to key that.
Fuck is because I've got to make space. You know what I mean? I've got to find some space now to store all the stuff.
Not good.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I've got so much good shit. Where the fuck did they go? I saw them running through the oh, it's saying that they are jogging out because I'm not shot to. Oh, here we go, yeah.
Damn, they calling Rusty out.
What do you call him out for?
Look at chat.
Oh, sorry, one second, I'm shooting walls, sorry, 1 second. Right, want any more for any more? Fucking hell, he decided he didn't want any smoke. Yeah, he ran off. Sorry, what did he say now? Sorry, so got killed by a cheater. I'm about to get the stuff to get killed by a dickhead taking the stuff. And what's this game than just fishing? I was going to say before, in a kind of sadistic way, I was really hoping that Ryan Rolo would get shot by the cheater because all he's fucking done is sit there fucking fishing. So, we like before earlier.
Goes fucking just to the docks and kills like 10 of them.
It's like, yeah, you know what? I mean, all I joked about it was yesterday. I have been to the trader twice today by myself solo, and he has been both times fishing. And I get, to be fair, he's not the only person doing it, because what did I say, 5, 6, 7 people were fishing at the south safe zone when I was down there, do you know what I mean? So he's not the only person doing it, do you know what I mean? But fucking hell, guys, it's like, you gotta have a bit of variety, haven't you? Do you know, it's...
Come on.
Yeah, it's... surely it'd be just boring doing the same thing over and over and over and over every day. But maybe they love it. Maybe they love it, and if they do, all power to them. But I couldn't do that shit, mate. I'd be bored stiff. Oh, tough decisions now. Right, I've got all the biggest guns attached to all the backpacks. Yes. Oh no, actually not. That is a Martin R6. Where's me big boy?
If you press inspect or like your scroll wheel when you hover over something, it shows on the map.
Oh. So is that like if you put it in your hands and press inspect, look at the gun and press inspect? Oh right, I didn't even know there was a thing on this, so thank you.
Or you can just go to your inventory, press the scroll wheel in, and
Thank you. I'm going to try now and get as many attachments attached to guns as I can. Save some space. No, that can't fit on that one. What gun can it fit on? No. Do you have to look a gold eagle by any chance?
I have cool.
Yeah,
I think
perfect.
you want one. I might get some eggs for.
I've never really been a deagle. I've never. I don't know. I've always preferred the FX45 just because just because of the fact you can. What am I trying to say? Because of the.
Be good with all the pistols.
Yeah. Obviously, I know it has good stopping power, except you know what? I'm gonna drop this. I'm just trying to figure out here what I can. Right. Put you there. EQ. Then I can get 4 pelts there. What about the heads? Oh. I'm actually tempted to drop some guns there because if a gun gets you 10 but a fucking wolf head gets you 28, it's not really a fucking, you know what I mean? It's not really a fucking hard decision, is it? Anyone selling a heli? Really? It always happens, doesn't it, this? When you're full and you go out and you have to go back to base, you get happened upon by basically 200 and about 30k's worth of sellables, which deliver themselves to you, and then you're like, right, okay, what the fuck do I do now?
Can't believe the lack of zombies. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a thing, isn't it? You know, I think with the amount of animals they have, I think it probably would be very, very hard to have as many zombies on the map. Just literally, they've got to trade off something, haven't they? But it's that's why I don't think they have like chickens or anything, because it's all bears and wolves and deer. You know what I mean? And there's only a small amount of foxes, but you don't find some of the other animals because there's a limit to how many animals can actually be on the map due to.
Heli coming your way.
Heli, you say? Oh, okay. Oh, I can hear it now. Actually, it's very distant now. Good ears, man. So it's just flown overhead where you were taking. I need to take all these. Oh man, what do I do here? Right. We can always get more meat, can't we? But what we can't get, well, easily, is more sufficient amounts of guts. We're always going to be down on the guts, aren't we? So if we can get more, I want to eat that. Got you.
Toxic clan hitting. Boss.
Alright, what's
I would say.
I think if they
Oh, there's another toxic clan. Damn. Another. What?
I'm missing all the gossip. I'm missing all the fun here, aren't I? Whilst I'm putting up these putting up these walls.
Rip Xavier's about to run through the toxic clan. That's like 6 toxic down.
Oh, I didn't even realise you were. Oh, I didn't realise you were up and on and off. So yeah, hello. I'm waving it from all the way over here.
I was gonna send some shots your way, but
Hey.
I didn't want to accidentally get fucking banned.
Oh man, could you imagine?
While the bot's hot.
That would be in the fucking the best fucking prank I want to have. I was being that sun cap. Oh, I've been cheaters. Oh fuck's sake! I'll be there moaning and whining, wouldn't I? And then you could tell me, fucking that'd be funny that. Well done for resisting the temptation, I must say as well. Very well done.
It was quite the you just
Right, let's drop this shit of snakes. It just makes me laugh that I'm complaining about literally like, 200 plus K's worth of stuff being on my doorstep because, not because I can't kill them, but because I've now got to try to make space for them. I have so much good shit to sell and so much good shit for the black market, and when you're just trying to prioritise and go, right, okay, I can put that gun, but that gun doesn't give me the space I need, and I just can't seem to find a spot where I can actually move stuff about. That one. That one. That one. Yeah. Right, okay, so I've got the 3 pelts and the 3 wolf heads. The 4th one ran off, so I can't do much about that one. Let's get the guts.
found another blue one, so if you want to trade that black one for a blue one, and then you can put that tan one in.
Yeah, if that's possible, that would be great. It's just because then I can put one of the blue ones in the, the drugs locker, or cooking locker, just so I can then, have more of the.
Get wishes in one color too,
Well, yeah. I think. I'm thinking it's probably better to take. We'll always be able to get more meat easy, won't we? Always get more meat than we get guts to cook, unless we kill bears or something. No, even bears, don't we? We still at it. So I've got all the guts. I dropped a load of meat. I'm just trying now to make sure I take the fuller meat so I can get more bang for me butt when I'm cooking, so I don't have to combine as many.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but I know it. If you get if you're making ones that give you 90%, you get between about 70 to 90%. So if I can get ones that are close into, so there we go. Right, that is I'm on it now. So I've dropped the gold eagle. You definitely don't want it before I leave it, do you?
No, I'd say
Okay, no,
mark it.
do you want me to mark it?
I guess so.
I can mark it. I suppose if you want him back, do you know what I mean? If you want him back, it'll be. I'll put a marker down now just in case. And the other piles of wolves. not that you need to pick anything up from them, but obviously if you see them, etc. It's just meat basically left.
Yeah.
Gold, eagle, yeah. There we go. Active point. In fact, actually, can you just make sure that's definitely a group mark? Yes, it is. I don't think the best loot actually isn't, you know, the best sellables aren't actually guns, you know what I mean, or drugs. It really seems to be, you know, to an extent that if you kill the animals or the animals come to you when you're running around the outskirts of Kmart, you can make a shitload of money. You know when you find like a bigger bag and you're like, right, now I'm going to be able to carry so much more. I'm not going to be struggling for space coming back this time. I'm still full. I literally think I've got one empty slot, 2 empty slots in my entire inventory. I've got every possible pouch I could have on me, you know what I mean? I'm still full. It's been a really good run.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that before, you know, with the care packages. I know it's being polite, but realistically, you know what I mean? If you are near one, you can run in and get stuff. I don't know if we're gonna have to, aren't we? We're not gonna get stuff otherwise. Like, you know when I said to you, I saw one literally landing, and I'm like, oh, I'm driving past it, I might as well go and have a look. Then I heard 2 different guns firing silent shots, killing all the zombies around it, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Like, they're there ready and waiting for as soon as the, but as soon as the zombies start to spawn, as soon as it lands, it's like, fair enough, fair play to them, but apparently more of them are now in PvP zones as well. Yeah, which is bizarre because there was a suggestion someone put on where the owner of the server said, no, we won't be making them all PvP. There's currently a balance between half of them are in PvE, half of them are PvP. It will not change. And as I say, then someone was saying today that it's like all the ones he's seen so far today have been PvP, and that could just be, you know, RNG and randoms, couldn't it? You know what I mean? It could just be bad luck. But I did notice, you know, southeast of the tunnel entrance, there's a red circle that sometimes appears there and then disappears, and then sometimes appears again. It's not got the red lines through it like it's a PvP zone anyway, but there's been like a red circle 3 separate times today, and I've sat there looking at why, and then it's just like it will just disappear, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going mad here. That was there, now it isn't, and now it's back again, now it isn't, etc.
At the south end of the tunnel?
South end of the tunnel, southeast of that south end of the tunnel. So there's like a small circle, which I think is kind of like it looks to be like a watery area. Which, yeah, for some reason, there was like a red circle without the lines though, you know, not the lines going through, but just a red circle.
Yup.
Any
Got
good
down
guys?
zombie. I think.
We're about 7 past the place where I always meet a bear, and I just have not got the space. Oh, I did see someone do a screenshot in the Discord earlier, and the bag they had on the back was a 300 slot one, but it wasn't called a hard bag, it was called a squirrel bag. I didn't see what it visually looked like, but it had 300 slots, and I'm wondering what's a squirrel bag and where do you find them and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's finally daytime.
Hey, place for this. Oh no.
What's that? Oh, do you need space? So I thought to buy some storage while I'm at trader.
For backpack.
Yeah, awesome, right? I might even start carrying 2 spare rifle packs because they only take up, what is it, 8x4, is it? 8x4, but you can fit 2 guns attached to it, can't you? So you're saving space in that regard. So.
Yeah, I'm full before I even hit the.
Yeah. That's the thing. I made the conscious
Oh.
decision today when I went to the that I wasn't going to do any zombies on the way. I was just gonna hit military and that's it. But obviously, you see zombies all the time, don't you? And they have stuff on it. It's like, well, I might as well pick it up because if I don't find anything good, then at least I've got these syllables instead, and then it just spirals.
You pass up 40,000 eggs, man.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I could probably get 40k's worth of glasses, couldn't you? Or 40 zombies, considering they all seem to be wearing sunglasses. So, I do like how many different ways you can make money. I just find it. I mean, I would be bored to tears doing fishing right now. You know what I mean? In comparison to what I'm doing, I'm having good fun. I mean, there's a bit of risk because obviously you've got wolves and bears coming at you on the trip up, on the trip back, etc. You've got lots of military zombies and stag zombies, and it's always nice to find cool guns, isn't it? And mags for guns that you want. But yeah, I mean, I've no doubt they're making more money than I am. Don't get me wrong, but at least I'm doing something I'm enjoying. Yeah, but enough people have said that. You just ignore the fact that the circle doesn't spin. You just wait, and you're going for a person. I think, as you said, and you look for the water, and as soon as it splashes, you got to, take your finger off. Otherwise, you miss out on the fish. So I don't know whether that's actually like a deliberate design change of the mod owner, or whether that is kind of like a bug. That's how it works. But normally you'd get the spinning circle whilst it was happening. I mean, at the end of the day, if the spinning circle doesn't make a difference, that's fine if it's still working. But I mean, I held it for a good minute, and I didn't see anything, at all to suggest it was going to be, waiting for someone to catch, or hearing like the puddle, or visually seeing the puddle, etc., or the splash. So maybe it was just bad luck. Is there anything you want me to get for you or the group whilst I'm at the trader, Charlotte? Anything
nothing.
you can think of? Okay, just let me know if you did by all means.
Alright.
Oh wow, how many people are here at the moment, man? It's like 10 people, I think, just in the building. In 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh god, the FPS is so bad inside the building.
You're lagging?
Oh man, yeah, the frames a second then, I think I was down to like 5 frames a second. Yeah, there's about 10 people in the building at the moment using the vending machines by the look of it, so...
Yeah. Dropping shit on the ground.
Yeah. So just selling the wolf heads and pelts that I had on it, 342k. That's how many of them I had on. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Jesus. Selling gun gets me just 50 attacks.
Who's there? It says it again.
Yeah.
Ooh, a honey pot.
Oh yeah, that was one of the ones I got before. So yeah, thank you. Time. I'm like, what's worth more? Yeah, I don't know how much the thing is sell for actually. Maybe they are actually quite expensive to buy. But 87% helmet. You want an 87% black woodland armoured helmet. It's one of the ones you can't have an MVG attached to. Or sell it for 40k. Just in case you want.
No.
Nah, no worries.
Oh.
No problem. Oh, a holster sell for 3k, so that's not a bad little So I'm at 500k, I'm not even sold a gun yet, or any attachments, or ammo. We're gonna be rich. Someone's not left a fucking aviation toolbox on the ground, Jesus. So you don't want a HK 417, do you? They only have 20 round mags for it, so it's like not as good, so to speak. Only just 20 rounds of 308, so
No thing.
it's a shame, isn't it? I really wanted to use one of them, but it's a shame they just don't have bigger mags for them, or If they do, I've not seen them yet. Or they don't show in the trader anyway, you know, to signify that you can buy them at the other one.
Just
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's like dimmed. It's like darker. It's weird.
Someone's singing it. Oh man.
Alright. On a couple guns, nothing too major.
Well, any good mags or anything you are after?
R700 mag. That's pretty much.
Out of interest, is it the 5-round one or is it the 7-round one?
Oh, and a Beowulf.
Another Beowulf mag. Excellent. Was it also 20
5
rounds or? Ah, okay. Yes, that's for the other guy.
R700 says it's for the survivalist.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that might be the 338 one. Oh.
Alright.
Yeah. We've got 1.89 down.
Very nice.
What is it today? I've finally been able to put my secondary backpack in my my backpack since the speed. It's the first time I've got back here, I've been able to do that. I've had any fucking, you know, like mags or you know, stuff attachments to mess about with. It's not been able to. I've had to run outside and sort all the stuff out. There's a guy in fluorescent pink clothing.
Sick.
Guy called Dad. He's called Dad. I don't know. Definitely nothing you can think of that we need to buy off from there. I can't think of anything myself.
Garden line maybe, but that's all I can think.
Yeah, I can buy some garden line.
If you think we should, I just found some myself.
Yeah, I meant to say this, explain this right. I think if I've already said this to you, please let me know because I honestly can't remember. Did I mention to you how it takes longer to fertilise garden plots and also longer to harvest the plants afterwards? Have I told you about that? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Good.
But you just want to give up on weed, or what do you
not
mean?
at all, not at all. It's just that thing where like the actual, it takes about, I think it was about 8 seconds per plot to put fertilizer down. So, which is like 4 times longer than it used to be on like the other garden, other guy now. So it just takes longer. You know what I mean? If you're doing it, you know, it's going to take you longer to actually get them ready to go, and it will just for them to actually grow. So it's a bit of an annoyance, but obviously it's still completely doable. You know what I mean? It's not going to stop me doing it or anything. I think.
Yeah.
In fact, on that note, let me just quickly check the. In fact, let me take some money out and quickly check the piece of page. Switch over. Okay, just okay.
Did you leave this gold deagle here, or did you take it with you?
No, I left it there. I left it there. So I take it it was still there when you got there. I take it.
No. There's a
Oh,
Lebedev PL-14 pistol, but
I dropped that next to it. Yeah, I dropped them both next to each other. So
okay, okay. I found the other pile. Yeah,
there you go.
excellent.
There we go. Let's see now. Is there anything good at the? I found one of them coffee grinder things before, and it's like that's another 20k. Fucking amazing. I think that's the most expensive kit, you know, that I think you can find, to be honest. Or certainly one of the most expensive. In fact, there's nothing worth buying from the pizza store tonight, so I'll get some down. I thought we already had maybe 3 of them left, but they only cost 15k each, don't they? Do you want me to get, say, 3 more from them? We have 6 total.
Yeah. I can, if you don't want to get them, I can grab them
Oh,
too.
no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, 'cause to be fair now, because the garden plots are only like 20, you literally use up 1 garden plot doing 19 of them. So in other words, you know, you just need, you just slightly start the next garden line for the last plot. So it does, you know, it lasts a good long while. Right, should probably see most of that one there. Have you driven the bike in the rain yet? Was it okay, or was it a bad
I
idea?
have not even tried.
I'm gonna try it now. There you go. Can't see the key. Oh, there we are. That one. God almighty, you can go fast on the bike. I'm at 155. And that's when I'm 50 gear, the engine starts to flash. Doors have been increased to 9 for basic restrictions. You'll have 1 main door and 1 door for group member. Sensible. At least we can put down another, you know, the hatch or the door for potentially the easy access. access to the beehives potentially, can't we?
Yeah.
I hit a bit of lag going over the bridge down on the bike, and the bike didn't like it. And now I've got the fucking got it caught and stuck.
Uh-oh.
Right. Let's think about this. It's already locked, so put the key in.
I'm coming.
To be fair, I should. Where's the left? It's the most bizarre thing, it doesn't give you the option to request recovery unless the car's unlocked. And it's like, well, if you're in a position where it's bad, you know what I mean? I'd rather keep it locked so someone else can jump on it whilst I'm digging about with it. Sent vehicle recovery. Out. I need to push it back onto the bridge. Have you used the cone successfully yet, by any chance? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you put it down, then you choose retrieve nearest vehicle. Right, that makes more sense. And clear out and may get killed. Okay, right, so that got it unstuck, but the issue is I think it's not in a place where I can actually drive out. You know, let me test first actually before. I'm right next to the water, so I've got to be bloody careful. I've sorted it. Thanks.
Coming.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. It was just the end of the bridge where like the rocks were. I'd just gone off the side of like the bridge onto the rocks, and the problem was
Watching TikTok.
Problems. Honestly, this is one of them ones that actually generally was lag and not my own ineptitude. I probably on my own ignorance, honestly. I'm like the boy who cried wolf here, aren't I? To be fair, but yeah, you hear that 3 times a day. Who cares? Yeah, man.
That is on a whole nother level right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a boy who cried wolf situation. This.
Did you see that one dude said, Satan, shut the fuck up, or shut up? The owner of the server.
Say it, yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy's like, Chupa, can you spawn me in Big Booty Latina?
Hear that, Jesus.
It's like, what? Ooh, but...
What in God's name? I'm very confused at the chat right now. Oh, oh, in God. backside of a flyer there. Half expecting him to get back to base before I did then, even though I left about 5 minutes before that.
And then PvP.
Yeah. Someone just said they've been waiting in a queue for 2 hours after the game crashed. God, that must have been annoying, isn't it? You know, wait, sit there in a queue for 2 hours. Do you want to get on?
Heading to Trader. Saw all my goodies. Where you been at? You said you was gonna be on all week. I came in a little wrong. I don't want to jump that fucking rock gap, so now I gotta go a little bit back.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go over the bridge at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Right, now I've got to take all these mags out of these 338 guns. Repair all the guns.
Damn. Ryan Rollo has just said he's poopy.
Yeah?
Yes. It's in face on all day and fishes.
It certainly does.
Yep.
I mean, I'm honestly not confident the guy's even set up a base yet. I don't think he's even left the safe zone since he got there the first time. It's here we go. So that's interesting, right? So there's been an announcement here. They're changing the server restart warning to now show 10 minutes before instead of 5. This is to ensure players have enough time to safely exit PvP zones if they are still experiencing teleportation due to the anti-combat log. In other words, if the server restarts whilst they're in a PvP zone, it's actually going to teleport them away from it. Say, if it's got an issue like that, people potentially being teleported for kilometres away, it's probably a good idea to just not have that mod in place in the meantime. You know what I mean?
Selling
like,
3D printer 300K. 300K.
that'll be the kit, won't it? But I'd assume anyway. But I don't know what you think there. I'm happy for you to pay the money for it if you want to.
I'll check player to player.
Yeah, no worries.
Did you check it? See if there was anything we wanted or no?
I checked it about 15 minutes ago. There wasn't any bags or plastic wrap or seeds that were worth buying, and there weren't any really good bargain other than the the M249 saws I mentioned earlier for in case you want one for yourself. The Paragon and the Snafu one remaining. I bought the Snafu. Admittedly though, getting all the attachments for it might cost 60-70k, you know what I mean, because they're all like 10,500 now, aren't they? But obviously, you're getting the gun for cheap, aren't you? So you can save money in that regard. Right, Black Cavalry and
Girl. We was on before you was gaming.
I'm going to start saving some mags for 338 guns. Not that I actually want to use them, but in a situation where I die a few times and I haven't actually got, like spare big tappers, at least I'll have something that, you know, might be better at killing, you know, wolves, bears, or stag zombies, I suppose. Especially if I've got multiple mags for it.
That's a cat. I wonder if giving that shit out. Everybody's getting a color right now.
Even what out? Is
Colors. Unless he's just putting them in right now.
Yeah, yeah, we're logged in doing it. It's one of the things you get for being a donator. You get a custom colour.
I wonder if he's doing it at Safe Zone or something. Cause you don't have to log in that. No way.
Honestly, I don't know if it's, you know, if it's done through like the same
Blade.
system that we use, you know, but I can have it. Honestly, not too sure on that. Hopefully, you don't have to log into the server.
Pretty positive they don't have to.
Yeah, it'd be a bit annoying, wouldn't it, if they had to log into the server, especially, you know, when there's obviously players wanting to play and it's clearly in queue, and they'll have like priority, you know, they'll have like literally kick someone to get them in, etc. So obviously they can deal with it, finding people and stuff like that.
God damn.
Is the conversation still going on? So I've been.
No, there's just a bunch of people here.
Yeah. You know, even though I know which of mine is, I keep going to yours first every time. I mean, it's just not sinking in. So that's a Digicam MP8, yeah. These scopes are fucking awful, man. I don't need that. For that tank, that'd be okay. Yeah, I'll do.
Damn, so they got the thing to work over here. Where the shit comes. All the animals come.
We've got the thing to work over it. Do you mean in terms of in the safe zone, do you mean? Or
Yeah.
so
I just heard that noise.
oh yeah, so yeah, but the animals, even if the animals spawn outside the safe zone and run on over to them, once they've gone inside the safe zone, they'll just become invisible.
Either way, the noise played in the safe zone. It wasn't playing at our area, so.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Why will a 338 suppressor not go on a
They got
338?
it to work and we couldn't.
In terms of the fishing, do you mean? Or in terms of the
Yeah.
fishing and getting your... Yeah, God knows, man.
They got the key.
Yeah.
Oops. PKM mag? Or RPD mag? Want that or no?
No, thank you. No, it would be a PKP one that I'd want, but I've not got a PKP yet, so I don't need to, not to worry on that at the moment. Thank you. Right, let's be serious on this one now. I would rather get that one. So, you, that one.
Well, I do have a PKP or PKM mag. You don't want that either, huh? PKP?
I'd say keep it if you can, if you can. But again, I wouldn't need it until I actually get a PKP, and even then, I'd need to get the one that matches that mag. You know what I mean? So like obviously this is the Paragon and the Snafu one. So I right, kebab it. I don't want that. This is fucking. It's taking me so long, to sort through the guns and go right. Okay, because I found the camo was a want for some of the guns now, so I'm switching out like my snow Cavari for a non-snow one. Right, so get a gun in that there. I wish I'd have bought loads of fucking Spectres and bipods and hangars. We know when the price has been reversed temporarily, man. It's crazy how much it costs. Like, if I bought the number of Spectres I need right now for all my spare guns, I'd probably spend 100k. And that's just the scopes. That's not even considering the the other ones which I might want or need. Other attachments, so to speak. You don't want that karambit, do you? Or have you got some yourself already?
Peace.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent. No worries. Oh yeah, I've got a stick of RAM. I've got an SSD box. I've got the wiring to go with the. I've got a soldering iron. I think I've actually got 2 soldering irons. I think I've got a second one on me at the moment, but oh no, maybe not. No, it's just the one. Right, so I'm still going to keep the M98Bs, Cavari, and the MAR-10s, because the MAR-10 and the Cavari can have more than 10 round mags. They have like 15 or 25, and the M98 is just the one I like the look of, so I'm going to keep that one as well. But all the other ones, I'm just going to go into the shared area thing now. So I've got like, I think 5 338 guns there to be, you know, to be sold. That were the 7 of them I brought back, remember rightly? So what guns did you find whilst you were up there,
Bunch of crap, honestly, like Benelli and PF1000.
Hi, good. You alright, Gravy? You okay?
Hello.
Hello, hello. You alright?
Hello. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks, not too bad. Just sorting out all the shit here. We had a nice little run over to that tunnel again and got a good amount of, you know, like sellables and whatnot, spare mags, so just putting it all away. It takes longer than the run itself, putting it all away at the end.
Mhm.
You had a good day, whatnot?
Yeah, I've just been cleaning today.
Oh, I bet.
Adulting
Oh,
for
fair enough.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
New week tomorrow. Did you find a 3D printer?
We haven't, but there was a guy wanting to sell them. What was it, for 300k or something like that? I think once we see it, once we see one sold at the P2P, we'll probably buy it, won't we? We've got the money to anyway.
What does that do?
So if you find all the parts to go with it, and you find these like USB sticks, the USB sticks have like designs on them that are like one-time use, and you can craft things like Chi-Tac guns and horde bags and large capacity mags for certain guns and some tools and whatnot. It's quite a mixed bag of things, really. I mean, if you can craft hard bags, that sounds like a good thing, but it's like you'll only be able to craft one of them if you find the USB for the hard
I
bag.
don't think the USB is one-time use. I think it's indefinitely. It's just you gotta find the filament for the correct tier.
Oh, right, okay, right.
So the filament goes down, but so it's, you'd think it would be cheesy, but it's not. It's pretty hard to find the correct tier
Right.
filament for what, especially what is there, 9
fair
tiers?
Yeah, there was a big long list of things that you could.
I think when I had mine, it was like I only printed like 2 things. They were tier 4.
There's been a big explosion outside, Dayz. What?
Why is there a queue? Steven's in the queue.
Yes, it's been. To be honest, it got full before the restart. About what was the time of the restart? Was it about an hour and a half ago? Yeah, it's just
Hold your boy,
at the moment. Everybody's sat
Alert!
at the PvP. Yeah, not PvP. Everyone's sat at the safe zone fishing. It's just. I think it's only me and Twine is actually running around the map looting. To be fair, other than the people with helicopters.
Why are they fishing?
Because I think it's the safest way to make money. Because if they're at the safe zone, when the animals spawn in to attack you because you've attracted creatures, they just despawn because you're inside the safe zone. Yeah, and I suppose when they're at the safe zone, they can just repair the lure at the repair bench there. So I know there's one guy, I don't think he's even got a base set up yet. I think he's just been sat there since wipe, just fishing. Just gradually making the money until he gets a helicopter or whatever he's after, and then goes from there. But yeah, we've got a jet ski, haven't we? We've bought 2 of those like new little bikes, which are pretty good, aren't they? To be fair, other than my driving skills, I suppose. And what else have we got? We bought what did we buy a gunter? Am I going mad? We bought a gunter, didn't we? Yeah.
So they tripled the price of everything and then they reversed it.
Then
So
they reversed it for about 2 hours, and then they put it back to triple. So pretty much everything you want to buy has been tripled in price.
Oh, okay. So it was only
Yeah.
for so like the sale. Sort of
Yeah.
vibe.
But the sell prices that you get for selling things, the majority of things have doubled the sell price, and some things have tripled. Like for instance, you know, the sausages or the things you can cook, the recipes you can cook, they now sell for 10k each rather than 5. And some of the civilian backpacks that the zombies wear on them, they've had their sell prices tripled. So like the little tiny 30 slot hiking backpacks that literally all the civilian ones wear, those can sell for 9k. So literally even if you ruin the backpack when you're shooting them or it's already ruined, still put it in your inventory, and then when you get to the trader, repair it from ruin for 2k, and then you're still making a 7k profit. So yeah, it's easy to make money. It's just that you do end up spending quite a bit of it getting, you know, like obviously like the safes cost 30k now. You know what I mean, rather than 10. The lockers cost 30k rather than 10. But you know, it's easy to make money anyway. I say I'm sure it'll calm down in the next couple of weeks, as well as like the big clans get all the things they need, and then they stop logging in and it'll purge. So. I found a PC kit as well. I think Twan's got one as well, so we could potentially start doing some Bitcoin mining as well if we found the other parts. Apparently there's some bugs with the beehive stuff, where if it's nearly complete but a server restart happens, you lose all progress on it. So I'm not sure yet if it's worth doing the beehives yet, but at the same time, if you know when the restarts are, I think you can type in the in-game chat, can't you, like exclamation mark restart, something like that, and it'll tell you how long soon it is. As long as we do that, so we know it'll be completed before the restart, etc., and it should still be alright to do. If you still want to do it, of course.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So I'll probably run
Yeah,
this
that
town
makes.
and see what
I think
I
Twan's
find.
got you a sleeping bag. I don't think we've got a code lock for your room just yet, but I will just double check in case we've got one. To be fair
So
though, I
will
mean,
there be
yeah.
purges?
Yeah, I believe there's going to be a purge at the end of this wipe again in like, what would it be like, 6-7 weeks. Yeah.
Or do they just wipe it regularly?
It's currently a 8-week wipe cycle.
Okay.
So yeah. I know, Twan, you were saying, didn't you? You've seen servers before on PC where the wipe cycle's actually longer than that. Again, if we do find ones like that, maybe worth us
Yeah,
having a look
I've seen 6
Yeah.
months. I've seen servers that haven't wiped for a year.
Right, fair enough.
But I don't know if they're getting fucking 100 people building a base on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If they're basically despawning because of the decay
But the
times,
old modded
etc.
server didn't fucking get wiped for a while until it started having those fucking problems with the owners.
Yeah.
And then they switched to new map.
Mm-hmm. As I
Has
say,
that dinosaur one closed down?
I've not got it favorited anymore, but I'll check for you 1 second. I
Yeah,
don't believe
because
it has, to be fair.
it's still favorited on mine, and both of them are like red. Like
Is it better saying offline, or is it better saying like red pink in
Your
terms
mods
of?
aren't.
oh, is that all it is? No, it's got like an X next to it. Oh yeah, version mismatch.
Okay, yeah. So
Locked and
it's just
locked. Yeah.
the server still shows for
Gotta
me,
do
but
some update.
yeah, that one only has 15 out of 60 on at the moment on a Saturday night, isn't it? So I think we're on the right one. As I say, it's just annoying. It's about the obviously it has been pretty much full, you know, in the evenings the last few days. So have to be a bit patient, aren't we, whilst we get in. But yeah, the sausages and such selling for double is definitely a good money maker now. I'm happy with that. What daily reward? I was saying you won't be able to see it while you're in the queue, aren't you? Yeah.
off. I went to look for my.
Damn.
Yeah.
Position 2 in the queue.
That's an unhappy gravy voice right there. That's
Need some people to leave.
yeah.
So, we got the house loan and stuff like that last week.
Oh, congrats. Okay.
Yeah, and now when we look in our bank account, it says minus $300,000.
Oh
You know,
God.
for like the mortgages and
The
stuff. Yeah,
mortgage.
and it's
Oh
gonna
God.
go. Yeah, it'll go up too because the whole loan's like 645,000. So in a year, it's gonna say minus
Oh my.
$645,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty scary, eh?
it is, isn't it?
Yep. I've been like, now that I've kind of gone through the whole process of buying a house, well, we're building a house, so
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now we've got nothing to show for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's such a scam. Like I was telling my husband, I was like, I feel like we just got scammed like big time. It's just everything is just so expensive. So throughout
Yeah.
the construction, we're paying interest only. So
Right.
nothing
Okay.
will come off the principal. So we have to pay rent
Mhm.
and pay interest only. And obviously the interest is going to go up throughout the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to be paying, I think it was something like $1,500 a month. And because it's not coming off the principal, it's literally just paying money for nothing.
God. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
My rent's just gone up like £90 a month, but at the same time, it's nothing compared to having a mortgage and having to pay it off for, as you say, like 30 years or however many years it is, and dealing with the interest rates and all that sort of stuff. It gives me anxiety just thinking about that, to be fair. Oh,
Yeah. When we were coming towards the end, you know, like finding out all the hidden costs and everything like that, and everything that we're liable to pay for if anything goes wrong during the
yeah.
build,
Hmm.
we were just like a little bit in regrets, feeling maybe we had like rushed into it a bit too soon without knowing how everything works. So
Oh,
yeah, I've
yeah.
been telling my friends I don't recommend buying a house.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with a few of my friends as well, because as I get to like nearly, like I'm 38 now, people, my friends are like, you need to buy an house here because, rent's going up, all this, etc. But it's just, I don't want to deal with all that shit. You know what I mean? I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather just pay rent and, yeah, it has its negatives, don't
Else's
get me wrong,
problem.
but yeah,
But the property is someone else's problem, you know? Like if anything breaks inside your house, it's the landlord's
yeah, very true, yeah,
responsibility to fix it. Whereas if you own it, it's you have to pay for that.
yeah,
Yeah. And
mm,
not too keen on it. But everyone was like, "Yeah, you have to buy a house." Like, and I'm like, "But then we'll be poor because it's so expensive." And they're like, "Everyone's poor
yeah.
anyway. Like, it's good to have an asset." I don't think that they're right. I'm gonna have to
Well,
disagree with
I
them on
mean, I think it only becomes a thing that
Booty.
is was worth it once you've actually paid off the mortgage, and then you've not got to pay it anymore, and the house you actually own the house, etc. I think that's when it, like I think my
Yeah,
dad's just like finished paying the mortgage on obviously my parents' house, so to speak. I think it was last month his last payment, etc. And again, as most things during that mortgage, things go wrong. He has to remortgage, then he has to buy my mum out and all this. You know, like this never-ending story of like he thought he'd never actually be able to pay it off, and he's finally paid it off now, aged 67. You know what I mean? So at that point, yeah, it's definitely definitely good. But I think beforehand, I mean, God Almighty, it's just like I've seen like people's interest. You know, the interest rates go up, and people get absolutely fucked by the interest rates. I'm sat there, you know, when I get like a £90 increase, which is like 12% increase, and I'm sat there thinking like it literally could be worse. You know what I mean? That's frightening when you even think about that. It's like actually it could be worse than that, couldn't it?
Could actually own the property. That would be worse. Well, yeah, like you said, it's all good if you've paid it off, but if you haven't, then yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Um, so we've got a mortgage offset account. So what that means is all the money that we put into it, so all the money that sits in that account, it comes off of the principal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not used towards the principal. It just brings the number down, which will reduce the interest. But still, if you're paying that much mortgage, it's pretty hard to save money.
Yes.
I guess unless you have a really well-paying job, but those are pretty hard to find these days unless you're overqualified and whatnot.
Yeah.
Got a bachelor degree in something or other.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you mean there, man. I say, like, as long as I've got a job that pays the bills, that's all that matters to me. I'm not gonna, you know, make it any more complicated or any more like responsibility in work or anything like that. Other than, you know, just get a job that pays what I need to, and then don't need to worry about it after that. I suppose it's, you know.
Can just
Oh,
enjoy your life.
well, yeah, I think, as I say, I think there's so many things sometimes that are like outside of our control, but can really impact us, as you say, you know, like the interest rates, you know, the mortgage rates, or you know, interest rates going up, whether it be off for loans you've taken out or paying off debt or something like that. It's just there's so many things that are outside your control. I think I just try to worry about the things that I can actually, you know, control myself, which admittedly isn't very much nowadays, because everything seems to be a bit of a problem, doesn't it now? Whether it be inflation or you know, cost of food or the cost of the bills and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, eh?
Yeah, it just makes me laugh.
Yeah,
Like, you know how like my mindset's changed, because in the past, like if like I'd have got like like what was it now, when I got a £70 rise, when it was like you know, when the interest stuff really started to happen, and I was literally sat there, rather than annoyed about it, I was literally sat there thinking it could be a lot worse than that. You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse than that, even though, you know, it's annoying to pay that much extra. And now obviously 2 years later, when I'm now paying £90 a month more, again I was sat there thinking, well, when I look for new places, I found one place where they had somewhere that was cheaper and that was nice, and it was like new build, whatnot. And I called them up and I arranged a viewing, and the lady was like, right, we need to do like proof of earnings, so, you know, explain what I was earning and all that. And she was like, oh, sorry, you don't earn enough to be paying £800 a month rent. You need to be earning like, you know, 28,000. And I'm like, well, I said, well, I'm currently earning less than that, and I'm paying 910 for my rent, and I'm managing to pay that and pay my bills, etc. So it's like, I get what you're saying about, oh, you know, you want people to have disposable income and all that, but if I can pay £110 more right now on my salary, I can certainly pay £110 less, can't I? But they were just like,
yeah.
sorry,
You have to
yeah,
pay. Yeah, your income needs to be a certain percentage of what the rent is for them to approve you these days, or something like that.
yeah, which is
It was
it's just
something
so silly.
ridiculous too.
It
Yeah.
really is, because, like, say, when you're paying substantially more for the rent and you're managing to pay for it, but they will reject you because, in their opinion, you're not earning enough for it, and it's like, oh, give over, man. You know what I mean? As I say, it's like, literally, you know, if someone who's earning that amount of money extra probably won't be looking to, you know, to rent, they'll be looking to buy anyway, etc. But it is what it is, as I say, you know, I could get annoyed about it and frustrated, but it's like, oh, fuck it, you know, it's one of them ones. I just pay what I pay here and keep this place going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May as well just stay where you are.
Well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. As I say, it could be a lot worse. As I say, if I didn't have this place, or whatnot, or it became unaffordable, I'd have to move back in with my parents, age 38, and I'm not fucking doing
Alright,
that.
chat.
So,
We're back.
yeah,
Would
whatever
love
it
to
is, I
be able
pay
to
it.
do that. Don't even have
Oh,
to pay rent.
oh God, I know. Yeah, it's just the independent side of it, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like,
Hey, there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with going home to a cooked meal every night, house is clean because
you,
mum's
you
picked it
haven't
all.
tried my mum's cooking. Honestly, that's
Oh.
yeah. Oh my God, the most blandest roast dinners you could ever imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. But nah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, I know some of my mates, like, mortgages, the monthly mortgage has gone up by like 25%. You know what I mean? It's like, where'd you suddenly find like, you know, 200, 300 quid extra for a month? I think
You
it's
pull
pretty
it out of
hard
your ass,
for,
that's how you do it.
like for couples, to afford it at the moment if they both work. Who cares? Like people who live by themselves, etc. But again, just gotta get on with it, haven't we? I suppose it's
Yeah. You have
mm,
to be a two income household in order to survive these days.
yes,
Like
and
literally.
yeah, because I remember
Um
back in the past, like with like well ex partners, I suppose, where they were working and earning, I was working and earning, and we were trying to, like make ends meet and all that sort of stuff, and that was like, oh God, I'm thinking there like about 7 to 12 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So then it was sometimes like a bit like, oh right, we need to save for this, or we can't do this month, etc. And now, I mean, I don't think my quality of living would actually go up at all if I did have like live with a partner or something like that. Or lived with like did a house share or something like that. I don't think it would because I think everything's so expensive. You know, I just go back to what I was paying a couple of years ago, etc. And then you're just going to pay all that extra money you have on like the increase of food or on the other bills anyway. So yeah,
times are hard.
well, yeah. But as I say, I finally, bit the bullet and got myself like what do you want to call it? Like it's not going to be an every weekend job. Don't get me wrong, but it'll be like probably like one or two shifts and like in a month over the weekend. But it just basically supplements my income. You know what I mean? It means I could save for something, or preemptively save for something I want to do, an holiday or something like that. And again, you just got to do that now. I think that the idea that someone could live by themselves and work 5 days a week and have the quality of life they want probably ain't going to be the case at the moment, unless you're just in like a really, really high paid job. Um,
Yeah, but a
but
high
yeah,
paid job these days is around 200,000, for a single person. That's kind of what you need in order to live like a
yeah,
fruitful lifestyle, or just a lifestyle that isn't, nah, just a normal lifestyle actually.
yeah,
Because like 100K, you can't get nothing with that.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
ridiculous. And that used to be so much money. When you think about it, it is a lot of money, but on everyday expenses, it adds up pretty quickly.
it really does.
Yeah, life is a scam. It really is. And I feel sorry for my kid too, because like we brought him into such a world. Like I'd never have any more kids because of that reason.
Yeah, if you
Unless
want to
we're
give them a
gonna
good
obviously
life,
live
it's
right.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to, as I say, I can't even imagine that. To be fair, having to, to figure out how to make, obviously, to give your kid the best you can, and obviously, go without yourself, to, provide for them, etc. That's yeah, certainly something I'm not sure I could do. To be fair, or how I'd react to that, but. Yeah, we just got to get on with it, aren't we? I suppose. I mean, as I say, I could sit here, moaning and complaining about like the increase and all this, but it's like, end of the day, they'll
There's
charge me what they
nothing you
want to
can do.
charge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do wonder, as you said about like your kid, like my nephew, like when he gets maybe in like 8 years' time, when he's like 20 or something, and maybe he's looking to like move out. I don't know how he's going to be able to. because even if he goes to uni and gets really good grades and then gets like a postgraduate job, I still don't think that's going to pay enough for him to be able to live by himself. So I've got a hope, obviously, in a way that, you know, like he meets someone, you know, it's like a childhood, you know, sweetheart, whatever you want to call it that, and then they obviously, you know, they try and do that themselves together. But I mean, God, how many of my friends? God, I mean, so many of my friends, you know, like did that thing, you know, childhood sweetheart, bought a house together early, you know, got married, then got divorced, and then went out to, you know, pay off the house and all that, you know, buy out of the house, and then one of them's left paying a mortgage that they can't afford and basically having no social life for the best part of 10, 15 years. It can go completely pear-shaped like that, so I really don't know what, like, you're basically hoping that they get like that kind of fairy tale start to their adult life, you know, where they get the good grades, they get a great job, they meet
A
someone,
scholarship.
and they,
So they don't
I
have to
hope it
pay off
happens
a
to my
loan.
nephew, don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to be hard. I mean, you know, I think it's going to be really hard for them, you know, 5 or 6 years, because I think inflation's still going to go up a bit more, to be honest. Certainly if any more wars kick off. So yeah, I really don't know what the solution is, but certainly the solution for me basically is just, you know, picking up the odd extra shift here at weekends and just supplementing my pay that way. And then I can do more social stuff. I can save for an holiday and all that sort of jazz. That's just like, you know, the decision I've had to make for myself. Because it's frustrating, you know, as I say, it's frustrating. Like when like you and your mates are talking about, you know, like going away for like a weekend to Spain or something like that, and I'm sat there thinking, right, okay, with everything going on right now, how do I do that? And it's like the answer to it at the moment is I've just got to basically get a second job, or you know, like a casual second job, and pick up shifts at weekends to supplement the pay, which is fair enough. End of the day, I'm not having to work 7 days a week or even 6 days a week. It's going to be like maybe one weekend day per fortnight or something that I end up doing, but hopefully that'll make the difference.
Wait, so are you getting a full-time job as well and then picking up shifts?
Yeah. So I got the new full-time job sorted to start that on Monday. That's like, you know, it's Monday to Friday, you know, like your 9 to 5, 9 to 5 job, whatnot. And then the you know, like where we worked seasonal over Christmas, like the mail sorting stuff.
Yeah.
They finally got the casual side of that sorted, and the guys basically said, he said the only availability he'll have for people at the moment
Finish
is
more minutes.
Saturdays between 2 in the afternoon to 10 in the evening.
We'll probably be back
And I
on
said to him,
later.
I said, all right. I said, yeah, okay. If you've got that, and I can get like maybe like a minimum like one shift a month of that, maybe more, that's all right, because it won't affect me. Obviously, my actual, you know, in the week job, and it'll also still get Sundays to go and do stuff that I want to do, etc., and all that. So yeah, fingers crossed that'll help a bit. Because I think it's the thing, isn't it? At some point, you make that decision for yourself in terms of your career. You either keep progressing upwards and keep getting more responsibility and the stress that comes with it, but obviously get the more money, or you just go, you know what? I just want a job that pays me bills, nice, good group of people to work with, no stress, no, you know, no issues, etc. Just have a nice, straightforward life. And I've chose a latter now for, you know, and that sort of stuff. Well, as I say, I think obviously the weekend one, you know, doing the odd shift here and there isn't gonna, you know, knacker me out or stop me having a social life, I suppose. If it was every single weekend, it certainly would. But I think this way should be hopefully a good balance if they can actually have the shifts for me. I'll still be hammering this, so don't you worry. This is my escape from all those in real life problems, you know. But yeah, I've got some stuff for you anyway. Once you, I would say, what are you in the queue at the moment anyway? Oh, so you're in, aren't you? Sorry, you're in.
Yeah. I'm just
Excellent.
down south a little.
Down south, yeah, you certainly are. Yeah, if anyone needs any suppressors, check my, check my saves basically, because I've got a big stack of saves in my right-hand save of all different suppressors. So if it matches your gun, just you take it. Probably should sell a load of them, but you never know. There's that many different weapon mods and different types of guns on here. I think I'm just going to keep them for the time being. You don't need any spare pistol suppressors to use, Brian. I've not got gold ones, but I've got the normal, you know, the normal grey ones if you do need any more.
No thanks. What's he selling? Andrew.
Oh, I found the moonshine still as well, so I've set that up. Not too sure what. Oh, I think we need a few. I know. I think there's a few bits I don't think we need for it, but I think the prices of that. Oh, the prices, the sell prices of weed bricks have been doubled as well. So like, we can get substantial amounts of money for them. But it appears, I can't be 100% certain on this, but enough people have talked about it. I don't believe the bags, the empty bags and the plastic wrap that you need to make the bags and bricks can be bought at the drug trade anymore. In that it's no longer sellable, it's find only or buy it off other players at the P2P.
What
So
is it? The wrapping paper?
yeah, so you know the plastic like wrap off shrink or whatever you want to call it, and the empty 1 ounce bags. Those, I believe those can't be bought now from the drug trader, and that you have to find them or buy them on the P2P thing. So basically, whenever they're on P2P, I've just been buying them. I think I paid like 20, 30 or 50k for a pack, you know, for a stack of them so far. Which again, you know, will make pretty much double that, if not triple or quadruple that, with most of the bricks that we make from the shrink wrap, or you know, from the plastic wrap, or from the bag. So we have to pay for it. Obviously, at some point we'll go over there and see it. But you know, there's a trader channel on the Discord that like allows you to check what the buy and sell prices are of an item, and also where you can buy and sell it. When you search for the empty bags and the plastic wrap, it says it can't be bought, but it can be sold. So I think they've changed that this way, potentially to like maybe slow down people a bit in terms of making like millions quickly with weed, and just mean they've got to obviously. But we've been finding like plastic wrap, trying to find some plastic wrap, and oh no, did we buy some? I mean, I think I bought a roll of it. And then we've been buying the bags when we see them on the P2P. You know, in terms of whenever they go on P2P, we're buying them basically. But yeah, quite pleased with the base as well. Obviously seeing it, and we've got a few ideas where we can put the what do you call them, the beehives as well. We just need to obviously get them bought and set up, I suppose. Obviously, the prices of the stuff to get them set up is 3 times the amount now, but the sell prices of like the honey wine, you know, and all that sort of stuff has been doubled, I believe. So we're like, I think you get 880k a bottle now.
How much?
I think it's 180. I'll double check now.
Hey!
Discord it.
Freeze!
But I'm pretty sure they doubled the sell price of the
Freeze!
honey wine or whatever it was.
Hands up!
So even though it'll cost you 3 times as much to actually get everything set up,
bro? You scared the
when
shit
you're then
out
selling
of me,
stuff,
dog.
you'll get twice as much.
My bad, I didn't mean to have my gun out. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I just did a little run. Area 42. Got me some shit. I think I made
Yes,
some
sir.
money.
It's called honey wine.
You got the
Yeah.
kit, you good to go, man.
Hell yeah, I got hella shit over there, bro.
Yeah,
I got the
Yeah.
T5000s. I got a
Yeah,
Black
so they
MCX
sell now
over
for
there.
160k.
couple
So that's double what they were in the past.
couple
when they were
M60s.
80, weren't they?
got some good shit.
Hell yeah.
Where
Good shit, my boy.
Where you you hear me? You loot around the same place as me? Area 42?
Yeah. Area 42, Kamuk, and
Are you hunting over
the
there as
costs
well,
are
or
good.
Are you just
You don't have to have a card to go to Kmart?
looking for loot?
Oh yeah, you do. But
Okay.
this is a Kamuk area. The north side of the map is good, but the costs are the best. Like the event stuff is definitely the best.
Yeah.
Cost
I
and
got a
care
team.
packages.
I got a team of 5 I'm just on right now.
To come back?
Everybody's
sir.
this is my first time back
He's
in
meeting
the
at the moment.
since the white.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, you're looting the right spots, man.
Yeah. My name's
Out of
Ligma
ammo,
Rim.
Pistol.
Ligma? Nice.
Find it.
Yeah, you
Alright, brother.
seen us before? There's like 5 of us.
Yeah, it does seem like
I'm
you
like
loop
new,
around,
but
like,
if I see
spawn
you, I'll
town,
say
or
hi.
certainly our spawn town, or
Alright,
city,
bro.
whatever you call it.
Bet, bet.
Can be
Alright,
quite
brother.
low, but again, like, the amount of money I'd be making grave if, you know, just shooting the civilian zombies along the way to the trader, you know, going down the main road, and just taking, like, their hats and glasses and backpacks and pumpkins off them, or whatever they've got on them that can be sold. And then I get to the trader, whatever was ruined on them, I just repair for 2k and then sell it, you know what I mean, and make a profit, like the backpacks, etc. You can make so much money.
No, I'm not finding nothing.
And,
all.
no worries.
Rough day.
Yeah,
But I did see a guy run past me, and I like ran up behind him. As he was running, I was like, freeze! He's like, dude, you scared me. But he said he was just coming from Area 42. Had a bunch of shit on him. But it looked literally the same, like the same shit we would have got. Because he was a
Yeah.
freshie, so I could tell what the fuck, you know, he.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the area?
It's the island, isn't it? Yeah, it's where we, trying to think now, on the, I can't remember if we ever went there together on the old surf grader, but it's where, you know, Area 42, like, basically directly east of where we are now. So, you know, like these two, like the big PvP area on this server, it's the east, the same area was a PvP on the other one, and it's basically the eastern island, directly east of us.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. Bunch of loot there. Freeze! Hands up! This is robbery. It's like, oh, bro, you scared.
I
the
remember when you
fuck
did
out of
that guy yesterday, and the guy was just chuckling to himself. Yeah, funny that man.
Someone's here.
Oh, you can hear footsteps from like 30 meters away now, zombie and players.
No, I just heard
Yeah,
somebody
someone
take a
was-
look.
Someone was running that direction. You might see him. His name was Ligma.
No way.
Ask him if he knows Ligma.
No, like I literally just heard someone say hello.
You know, it's like he's tough.
How close do you have to be?
No, we know about this spot from other servers, so yeah, we're just based here.
Huh?
He saw.
Ah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, we started basing here last wipe, and I think when we got here, there was a base that was like just despawned, you know what I mean? So maybe those were the ones, you know, last wipe before us, but yeah. All good.
So is he
Yeah,
like
what his name is.
inside our cave?
Yeah, no worries. You have a good day, pal. See you later. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys, I was just having a little chat.
Who was it?
I
No,
think
I
it's
did.
friend.
Yeah, so basically all he was saying, he was like, are you the guys I told about this spot, to build in this spot a couple of wipes ago? And I was like, no, it's not us, I said. But obviously when we got here, didn't we, there was another base that had just despawned. He was like, fair enough. No, he didn't recognise my voice, so he's like, sorry, it wasn't yourselves. No worries. I said he'd get off now.
Fucking trying to make an alliance over there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, sorry, Gravy,
I
you
think
alright?
it's the guy you spoke to, Twan, because he had, you know, some gear, but still his freshy stuff.
That's Ligma.
Ligima. Yeah, he was talking to me as I was coming in, but I don't hear what he was saying. I can't understand.
Hello.
Raven, look at this. What a ghillie suit you've got on.
Thank you. It's
What
called Kush, actually.
is it?
Yeah, Kush Gilly Band.
That's yeah.
It's made out of the finest weed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very striking. I must say. Follow me, follow me. Right. So, what do you need? You need a helmet, don't you? You need. Let me see what I've
Nah,
got.
I don't need stuff.
You sure? I have got spares if you want them, by all means. When I find
Nah,
it.
I'm good.
You sure? You sure? Ah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
No
I'll just try to. I'm gonna try be independent this time around.
problem.
Mhm.
No worries. Now, let me remind myself here
Yeah.
now which spare room that's open.
We say that
This
every
one.
time.
So that one's your room, just on the basis that Wish chose his one earlier. So out of the four,
Yeah, wish.
Wait,
Snuck
is
in.
Wish here?
Wish
Did he get in?
Wish talk.
he did, yeah. He was grinding
Awkward.
earlier. Yeah, that's
You sleeping?
yeah. Wish is in this one, and then as I say, that's mine, and that's Twan's. And we're slowly getting set up over here with all the bits and pieces. They've put in an actual base restriction mod that basically stops you building any more than so many panels. You can see the limits on the actual flagpole itself. So
Oh yeah.
we've still got a bit of. Oh, have they just reduced some of the? Why is my flag not? That's bizarre. It's not actually showing.
Mine will say 0.
Yes,
Got
I think
0.
I think what basically happened is they can update it on the fly and it takes effect immediately. They did it earlier since the last restart, so I assume it will start showing correct after the next restart, I think. Well, I hope it does anyway, but yeah, literally, at the moment everything's saying 0 out of 0. But yeah, basically we had to build a base that fit within 80 panels, and I think we're at 76 right now with what we've built. But we've still got space. I think, as we said, we've still got space, on like the ground floor. At the bottom of the cave where we can put the beehives and all that sort of stuff down. So we've certainly got space to do everything. I think in that regard. I didn't realise that the bees could attack you through walls as well. I didn't realise that was a thing, but apparently it is. So yeah, we'll get it set up.
You need the gasser. That's what you need to have on you, Hearts.
What was that?
One that makes them go to sleep.
Oh, like the smoking thing, is it called?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Smoker gasser. Fucked up.
You sure don't want a gun or anything, Gravy? I've got plenty of stuff if you do want it.
What about a sleeping bag, baby?
Yeah,
that
I'll
sounds
take
nice.
a sleeping bag.
Arch,
Yeah.
can you escort her to the left safe in my room?
I will escort
just
her
grab
to
it
the
for
left
her.
safe in your room, and
Good luck.
I promise I won't get my grubbing little mitts and any of you loot at the same time. Oh, look at that! I want that.
No, you guys are both
Yeah, I'm
unsupervised in my room, so I want you to just not act up or
There's a
anything.
level of
Just
neatness
don't
to
do
how you
anything I
stuff
wouldn't
all
do.
your loot that always makes me sit there thinking I need to do better with my own. It's so neat and tidy.
I try,
It's like, you
but
really
then I
do.
get halfway and I'm just like, fuck this, I'm done. And just start spamming.
I know, I'm trying to move all my tappers now. Well, I say my tappers, all my 338s out of, what do you call it? I've got it here for you, Gravy. It's this one, on the ground. I'm trying to move all my tappers into my left-hand safe, so I can keep easier track of all the mags for them. That's what, man. It's just so fucking tedious. Like, you stand in the correct safe, and it shows you the loot for the safe next to it, and not the one you're actually in, and vice versa. So, like, it's taking so much longer than I intended. But yeah, Gregor, the other main change to how the server plays is that in terms of ground loot, what you can actually find when you're out and about, you're only supposed to be able to find up to 338 caliber guns. In other words, the lower level tappers. and not find like the higher level, you know, 50 cals or 408s or 20 mils, except like the alligator and stuff. But that isn't entirely true, because I found a 408 gun just in a military container up in the northeast on ground loot. So, but you're more than likely going to have to get your 50 cals through doing like your daily rewards, you know, and just getting like choosing like day 1 reward or whatever reward gets you tappers, and hopefully get a 50 cal from that. That's how we've got ours so far. Other than that, we need to hit airdrops and King of the Hills and some other event I can't remember. Yeah, to get them. And the unfortunate issue about that is the server's been that full at the moment that literally whenever you see an airdrop land and you get there, someone or a team's already there and I've already hoovering it up. I'm sure we'll get them eventually, but we've not had too much luck so far.
We gotta go when we see that 10-minute mark. Fucking.
Yeah, very true. I do think, anyway, there's too much loot for one person to pick up at them anyway, which it means if a solo is there, that like when you went over to one, we were able to pick up stuff because there was simply so much loot in it, poor guy couldn't carry it all, so I helped him carry stuff by running off with it. But yeah, other than that...
I don't know. I think when Gravy and I hit one, I think I was able to grab all the loot myself while she distracted the zombies.
Yeah, fair enough.
We might be able. I think it all just depends on what's in there, I guess.
Yeah.
And if we don't have 300 bags or not. Can't remember if I was double bagging.
Yeah.
Any loot things still happening at Trader?
Floating loot still at the trader, yes. It's being hit more often by other people, but it's still there, yes. You can also get the 1 ounce bags.
You got your spin.
What was that?
Daily spin.
Yeah, daily. Yeah. Oh, is it reset now, so I can do my one for so that's safe for today?
No, not for us.
Ah.
But for her.
Yeah, I got my just day 3. It was pretty lame. So I got a gun. I'm gonna go sell it.
Ah, fair enough. What gun was it out of interest? Was it I'm not really seeing what the tier 3, you know, the day 3 rewards are.
It is
Oh shit.
B2AR 15.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of it. So
Oh,
I'll
right.
sell it and try and get me one of those
A
guns
squirrel
that I-
bag. What the fuck? They are 300 with 2 slots.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're huge, dude.
So how,
And
where
I found
have
out
you seen
something
that
else.
then? Have you just found one?
Oh,
or-
secret squirrel sauce.
Secret
Yeah.
squirrel sauce.
Yeah, it's a
Filtering
drink that
bottle.
keeps your food
Damn.
and water full for a decent while. Although for me, it only lasts about 20 minutes, I'd say. But again, I was running full pelt through the entirety of it, I suppose. So maybe it just doesn't last that long.
Orange crate on the middle of the. It's like one of those crate drops at airfield that we used to go to.
Yeah.
Oh, so they have started dropping those crates then?
I guess.
They made
don't
that
really
in
know.
PvP. That
Yeah.
Yeah. We just drag the zombies out of it, though. To be fair, we just go loud and drag them out and deal with them that way.
There was a dude when we were about to go yesterday. He just peeked up right as we're running in. We're like,
yeah.
and the server reset thing popped up.
Yeah.
I wonder how often those things spawn in.
Well, I have to say that that convoy that you know I said to you about, and we've marked a couple of extra things on the map, Gravy, like convoy or TC for train crash or HC for heli crash, just so we know locations that it potentially can spawn. But yeah, there's a convoy northeast of us that's spawned in 2 times when I've been there the last 2 days. And again, as probably similar that you find elsewhere, but again, it's just more to sell or potentially more spare mags of things that we do want.
Yeah.
The people, well, someone's basing at that place we raided as well. Again, they set it up. I think it was either sometime between when I logged off yesterday and when I logged in today.
Model 42. American-made hunting rifle, chambered in 308. Interesting. Was kind of. A dude.
Oh, so that is a nice survival location. Interesting.
Yeah. Literally walk the track quick. See if I see any
Yeah.
others. Cause this crazy loot. Bro bag is fucking.
So you've actually got a squirrel bag.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you talked to
Don't
someone.
believe
about
me,
that.
huh?
Oh, yeah, amazing, man, amazing. And you found that on
And
the
if-
train car today.
The same color. No. Ooh.
Sorry, I'm not clearly not been listening to what you're saying. Apologies. Sorry.
Talking and not listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's me.
Hey,
I'm not.
found one of those things that you find at airfield. The
All the crates.
drops
Yeah.
and
Ah,
at
okay. Interesting.
racetrack.
Nice. Good work.
And it had a scroll bag.
Love that. So has it got like really like bright signs on
300.
the back of it, or is
No,
it, you know?
no signs. Pretty much the same color as my ghillie. Maybe a little bit
Oh,
darker.
that's perfect then, right, okay. So that potentially saves them to go and buy raid bags then, so that's really good to know. And it's a nice survival location as you've already said, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna run the rest of the track and just see. Couple of them, but
Yeah. Maybe just for that, there's a gunter in the group, vehicle garage if you ever need to use a vehicle or whatnot. If you want to try out the bike, show me a bike, and let you joyride the bikes. I think I didn't realise on this server the engines can get damaged by like over revving them and all that sort of stuff. You know, that wasn't the case on the old server, so I basically have to keep repairing my bike every time I get back to base inside the virtual garage because I've yeah, it's like yellow or orange every time I get back. The world's worst drive.
on his way to become Dayz's top driver. Squirrel bag. So did you take some of that nut juice, Arch? Or you just haven't heard
Yeah,
about
well,
it?
a guy gave it me last night when I saw me eating it straight. He was like, "Don't bother eating it straight." He said, "Just take one of these and you won't have to worry about it for a good long while." And I don't know, man. It only seemed to like keep me completely full for I'd say about 20 minutes before I was, you know, chunked food and water. I was full running the entirety of that time. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like if I take a candy cane, I'd probably be quite confident that if I ate a candy cane and I was completely full calories, that after 20 minutes I wouldn't be chunked yet. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't be far off, but I wouldn't be chunked. So
Yeah.
I think you can, I'm not sure if you can actually craft it. To be fair, I assume you can craft it, but how to do that, I'm not too sure. I did see a screenshot of someone talking about their squirrel bag, where they had candy canes in their backpack. So candy canes must be somewhere on the server, but I do not know where. And he had I think he had like 3 or 4 of them in his bags. It wasn't like he'd had like a total one or something like that. He had loads.
I'll say I had one either. My thing right now or last one.
Yeah.
But I think I got it at like a shed or something.
Oh,
Not
okay.
anywhere to. Oh, maybe I got it at a fucking care package or a key card.
No, that would make more sense. Yeah, an actual event. Yeah. I thought maybe the food vans would maybe get them. You know what I mean? Because you found, was it Twinkies you found there last time? I can't remember now. Pack of Twinkies.
Is that the sponge thing with the cream in it?
It is. Yeah.
That's
Sure.
yummy.
American classic, that.
No, that nasty. I don't know if it's just because.
Dude, I'd eat a whole box in one sitting.
Yeah,
I'd
I
Makes
couldn't
stuff
eat.
Gross,
fresh
man.
there. It doesn't taste fresh. It tastes real, like it's been sitting there for years. You know, like it was made a year
Yeah.
ago.
I like the chocolate. If you had those.
I've never had tried it. You know those things? Fair enough.
Chocolate with like whipped cream.
Oh man, yeah.
Good news, I found a test tube. I think that's for
Excellent.
beekeeping.
That is for beekeeping. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Don't wait for it at the moment.
Oh, there's heaps of people at Trader.
Yeah, great. But honestly, there's been like a dozen people, pretty much, you know, in the area, seeing the name tags. So it's crazy how, as I say, there's, you know, obviously I know it's a wife and people are back for a wife. My God, there's so many people.
Can you just check the map and
Yeah.
can you put down where floating loot was? Because I never actually
Yes.
went there.
Yeah, it's alright. I won't mind between that one second.
Right across from all those people.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I've marked it for you there. So yeah, literally, on
No,
I5 it
actually,
kind of
it
shows the layout of, you know, what the buildings that would normally be there on like in a vanilla DLR service or such a thing. But yeah, basically it's around that area. You'll note there's less trees there and a bit of buildings this time. It seems to have like deleted a load of buildings that were there. So it's actually easy to see the floating loot now because there's just less trees and foliage and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think old mate who's fishing. They might have already come over here, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a grass patch, right?
Yes, that's right. It's a big empty, a big wide grass patch. That's right.
Get me a fishing rod.
Yeah.
There's
It's-
children here. Hey.
Yeah, people fishing. Yeah. It's a bit different this white gravy. I'm not sure if the mod for the fishing is not working as intended or whether it's changed and it's by design. But when you now start fishing, you know, like the spinning circle that usually goes around over and over and over again, it doesn't ever spin. So you think it's not working at all for some reason, like it's bugged. It is actually working, but you want to go into third-person view, and you're watching for the water. You're watching for the splash in the water. You need to let go once you see the splash in the water, so you can't really go off audio cues for it now. And so you basically just got to go in third person, keep your eye on the, you know, waiting for the splash, and then let go, and you'll catch them. But other than that, it works the same way as before, you know, so you just use a jig. Don't need to worry about bait or hooks or anything like that.
Do we need a BBP crafting hook?
No, we've got one, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Do we need a SSD?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how many we need of them. I've definitely got one, and I think I've got the kit to make a second one, but I don't know how many we actually need for the, like, you know, the Bitcoin mining, etc. So yeah, no harm in having more.
Funny sounds going on over here.
Oh yeah, is it the sound? Yeah, when people are fishing and it's attracting the animals. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what it's doing.
Yeah, that's why they stay in
There's
the
a funny
safe
sound.
zone for it. Yeah, so they don't have to deal with the animals, even though they'd make more money that way because they'd be able to sell the fucking pelts as well.
Just can't be bothered dealing with it.
Oh, one thing, if you ever see any concrete mix at the trader, you know, in terms of like someone selling it, as long as it's cheaper than like 95k or something like that, whether it works out for hat, whatnot, just buy it. Because we're gonna, it's the price of those has tripled now. So to buy 2 cement concrete mix, I mean, it would cost 195k. So Twan's been able to buy one for 10k so far. And I think you found another one, didn't you? Or did we buy another one, Twan? I can't remember now. But, yeah. But yeah, as I say, if we see it, you know, and and it's like less than like 95, what did we know? 95k. Oh, typical wolves. I might as well try and go and get them. Did you hear those wolves from the safe zone there, Gravy?
No.
Right. They really have messed about with it. I mean, how far away are you from me now? You are about 700 meters away from me first. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have heard it that far in fairness anyway. But yeah, they've drastically changed footsteps now. So you'll think footsteps are like right outside our front door, but they're actually 30 meters away and there's a zombie running around.
Hey, I can't sound my ghillie rat.
Which are you at the clothing vendor or the armor vendor? I can't remember. Which one is it now where you sell them there, Twan? Is it the clothing one or is it the ghillie one? Is it one? It's one of them things where
I
it's
think
different, isn't
clothing.
it?
Clothing?
Yeah, but there's only. Maybe I'll go to the detonator one. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, try the armor one or maybe the donator one just in case because it seems to be quite a random mix of where things get sold and such. Like your BGG starter clothing, the clothing you wear when you spawn in, those get sold at the donator vendor, not the clothing one for some reason. Where are these fucking walls?
I can't even sell my ghillie here. Maybe it needs to go to the black market. Maybe
Oh, I
because
found
the
a.
fish were made out of weed.
Just one tapped a fucking bear. Actually, sat on the road outside the safe zone. Yeah, first kill with the AX-50. That one.
I like the
I like it as well. Yeah, it's Yeah, we don't have many good weapon manufacturers in the UK, admittedly. All of them usually got bought out by like American companies and closed down, etc. But Accuracy International are one of them, and they make the AS50 and the AX50. Very, very cool ones.
Oh, you're lying. I can't even sell this gun here.
Which one is it? Sorry, Raven. Because it might be sold at the donator one instead. If it's got like any sort of camo on it, so to speak, it'll be sold at the donator one. Sorry, it's got like a skin on it, sorry, something like that.
Yeah, it's a V2 AR-15.
Yeah, you'll sell that at the donator one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, there it is. 10,000.
I can hear wolves and the bear. Where the fuck?
So the shit's just spawning in, and it's actually getting trapped at the edges, trader.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing it. I mean, I'm literally like 100 meters from the edge of the safe zone. I'm hearing the bears, and the bears like aggroing. I can hear the wolves. I can't see the bear. The concern is that as soon as he runs outside the safe zone area, he's suddenly going to, appear in view. And then, like he's invisible at the moment, even though obviously I can hear him, so to speak. But yeah, the other one was casually chilling on like the road to the safe zone, just, not even moving, he was just sat there. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the other side. Oh, I'm moving both the pelts, but obviously I can just repair them at the trader for 2k and then sell them for, what is it, 32 each rather than 34. Get me scan. Oh yeah, I want to get these. There's like 3 people here, like just fishing, whilst all these animals are howling and whatnot. Because they're outside the safe zone as well, so I don't know if I can only assume here that they know where the animals spawn in when they're fishing in that spot, and they know that it's far enough. It's within the safe zone, so they don't need to worry.
Keep this gun because I only get 10,000 for it. Bit of a scam.
Oh shit, I thought he died then. Die, but oh fucking hell. I thought I heard him drop then, and then he just jumped out of the fucking, he did a bit of a flank on me there.
You down?
Oh no, I'm fine, yeah, I'm fine. It's that he was doing that thing where he just doesn't make noise until like you're 2 meters away from him. And then it was like really dense, like forest. And then, yeah, thank you. Right.
Right there.
Right, let's see if we can find them wolves as well. Yeah, Gravy, anything that sells for a decent price, even if it's ruined, just take it to the trader, because you can just go to the repair bench, pay 2k out of your personal bank to repair it, and that puts it back to pristine, then you can sell it, to you. It's crazy. Have you heard the wolves? Oh, so no, wait a minute, how far are you now, Gravy? Have you heard those wolves whilst I've been dealing with that bear, or?
I could hear them when I was inside trader, but...
When you were inside trader, right, okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Maybe
wait,
that's why I know
that?
wolves in there.
Oh yeah, oh, you just shot one? There's another one there? Oh no, that's a pit. Oh, that's not you.
I'm running over to you now.
Classic rap, let's go.
Oh, that's a person, isn't it? Oh, right, so he's dealt with the wolves, right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I
Yes,
thought
he
it
dealt
was
with the wolves. Fair enough.
Billy the Gravy banned for shooting safe zone.
You know what? I mean, I've had 2 bears just from these people. Oh, there's a wolf there, just casually sat there doing nothing.
We picked up everything too. I was about to scabs and stuff. You know, like maybe some bones or meat, but he picked up everything.
Right. Fair enough. Well, I mean, the animals are spawning around them right now, aren't they? Here, I mean, fucking hell, I could just stay around here while they're fishing, couldn't I? And just keep killing animals.
Yeah, we could do that. One person fish and the other one just kill the other animal.
Yeah.
That's actually a good plan.
If it's like constant, I think it's like there's a 25% chance every time you fish, whether you catch something or not, is to attract predators. So that could then be any range from like 1 wolf to 3 wolves and a bear, or you know, something like that. So, but that guy's caught a fucking, is it a great white shark there?
Where's the person who owns that?
I think he might have run off to deal with them wolves. I don't know where he's gone actually. Maybe he's crashed, to be fair.
Oh, there's this car over there.
Oh, that's that guy then, isn't it? Yeah.
Can we still fish?
I know what you're thinking, but I don't know if the person logs back in and it's not there. Do you know what I mean? Or raises it. I don't know, man. To be fair, I've got loads of sellables anyway from the animals. To be fair, I keep hearing animals from different directions here, and they end up just, you know, like.
There's one.
Oh, very nice. What gun was that? Then, out of the lovely sound to it.
And it doesn't have a scope either, so I can't see anything.
Well, I'm actually on the way to buy some spectroscopes from some of my tappers at the moment. Do you want me to get you one whilst I'm there?
Well, I don't know what goes on here.
Let me. What's the name of the gun? Out of interest.
V2AR-15.
V2AR-15. I've not actually had one of those before, but I mean.
Oh shit! Is that hit?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my gun out. Oh.
Nope. Alright, that fucking me up. I almost
Do you
died
know what
there.
ammo that gun is firing? Because it ruined the pelt. It doesn't cause me an issue because I can just repair it. But
Oh, my apologies.
is it? I thought it was using 5.56 that, but in AR-15. But it's clearly not a. You know, it's clearly using a bigger round than that.
AC.
No idea.
300 AC, you say? Ah, that makes more sense.
Wow, what does that mean?
It's just a different. It's just a different type of ammo, isn't it? That it's like a subsonic round, like the Western version of the 9x39 that goes in like the VSF and Bicker and all that jazz.
Alright, well, I'll buy me a different gun then.
Yeah, well, I mean, with all these pelts here, I mean, fucking hell, we'll be rich when we get there now. Thank you. Right.
Oh, fuck your butt. I was like trying to.
Sneaky loose, baby. Right, I am actually nearly. Well, I'm not full, but I'm nearly full. What should we do? Do you think we should nip to trader and should we nip to
Yeah,
trader
because
and
I
what?
need a new gun then.
Aye, you're alright.
How do you chat to people?
You double tap caps lock. Hi, are you okay?
Hello?
Yeah, we were just running to trade him, and then we saw we had an animal problem around here, so we thought we'd start dealing with them. It's like non-stop. I take it these are the animals spawning in from you fishing, I take it. Is that right? Right, nice. Ah, to be logged back. Well, I saw I had a bear on the main road over there. There was a bear just in that tree line over in like the direction I'm facing now, and then it's been like non-stop wolves here for the last, like, what would you say, 5 minutes? But yeah, I'm full now, so I'm gonna go and sell it all at the trader. But yeah, so I mean, I take it every time you fish, are you getting a predator each time, or is it like every 2 or 3 times or something? Or right, anyway, baby, I'm gonna go to trade now and start selling all these. Have you got space to pick up more if you need to, or?
Sea carry. Is that a stingray?
Yeah, there's a few big fish. I think they can catch what they called the fish with the really long like noses. I can't think what they're called. Great white
Swordfish?
shark, swordfish. Thank you. That's the one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just seen like this big white thing floating in the air over there. True that. Why? How much do those sharks in that?
I think the sharks sell the most expensive one. I think it's a great white shark that sells for 40k. But you know, being realistic about it, a bear head sells I think for 35. You know what I mean? So we're not, you know, we're not too far off. You know, without fishing, I suppose. But at the same time, it's easy work, isn't it? You just got to keep your eye on it, and when the water splashes, you just got to, you know, let go so it catches the fish.
Yeah, I might have to do a bit of that.
Yeah,
All
well,
right,
as I
y'all.
say, yeah,
That's
if
gonna
when
be
you
it.
fancy a
Be
change
back
from
in a
loose,
bit.
you know,
Thank y'all
you
for
know,
tuning in.
hunting,
Next
etc.
one.
We've got
Peace.
options.
Well, I need to buy a gun and get a suppressor, otherwise I won't be able to do anything. So I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
that's fine. Well, as I say,
someone
I'll
to
sell
buy.
some stuff now, and then I'll throw it in the group account, and you can take the money out of it. That's absolutely fine.
I'm going to be independent this time, Arch.
Well, do you want me to
Survive.
drop some of this stuff then, so you can sell it then? Would that be you sure? Oh, well, I've just been
Yeah.
gobbling all the loot of the ones we've killed there, though. Thinking, you know, I'll just throw it in the group account for you, but...
Yeah, no, that's it in the group account.
I bet your bags are empty right now, and I'm